You are looking at a panoramic view of Midtown Manhattan from the iconic Empire State Building. You can easily identify the headquarters of the United Nations on the banks of the East River, one of the landmarks in Manhattan which is globally recognizable. And within a stone's throw of the UN headquarters is the permanent mission of India to the United Nations. Designed by Charles Correa, the celebrated Indian architect and urban planner, this building is a gem in itself. However, today we will focus on a unique artwork inside this building by one of the greatest painters of modern India, the irrepressible Maqbool Fida Hussain, popularly known as M F Husain or simply Hussain, who lived for almost a century from 1915 to 2011. Take a look at this masterpiece called Mahabali, which literally means a great warrior. It encapsulates the idea and spirit of India, a modern and young nation with deep civilizational roots, a nation that celebrates its immense diversity, a nation that is wedded to timeless values of peace and non-violence, the common thread in the teachings of Buddha and Gandhi, separated from each other by 2,500 years, but both find pride of place in these murals. The dominant presence of Gandhi underscores his pioneering role in India's quest for independence from the colonial rule and in shaping the core values and ethos of modern India. As the apostle of peace and moderation, Buddha, the Enlightened One, is represented symbolically through the legend of elephant associated with his birth. An important element of India's diversity and pluralistic society is highlighted through the peaceful coexistence of various faiths and religions. The spiritual dimension is reflected through the awakening of the divine energy called the Kundalini. Realizing the importance of scientific temper in the development and onward march of India, Hussain has dedicated one complete section to it. This reclining man, next to an unknown equation, highlights the spirit of scientific inquiries, discoveries, and inventions. At the time of executing these murals, almost 30 years ago, Hussain was acutely aware of the challenges posed by climate change. He has therefore prominently highlighted the integral role of Mother Nature and environment in development and the need to preserve them for a sustainable future. While there is no dearth of admirers of Hussain, there are many who consider him to be a controversial figure. Although this debate may go on, there is no doubt about the fact that geniuses across the ages have always had polemical aspects about their personalities. Hussain worked on this masterpiece in phases and completed it in 1993. I have heard that perhaps he was expected to visit New York one more time to impart some finishing touches to this great artwork, but he is said to have never returned for this purpose. If this is true, it is fully understandable as artists are known to be temperamental. While we can interpret this artwork based on what Hussain himself wrote on this wall, perhaps we may never be able to fully understand the organic concept he had in his mind for representing Indian values and ethos at the United Nations. Over the years, these silent but evocative paintings have witnessed the relentless hard work, planning, and strategizing by Indian diplomats, which are rarely visible to the outside world, which gets to see only the glamorous aspects of diplomacy. They have also stood firm with the Indian team through setbacks and sad moments. And fittingly enough, these paintings have silently applauded the numerous achievements and landmark moments of Indian diplomacy at the United Nations. It is widely acknowledged that the awareness about the presence of a celebrity, a historical place, or a great monument gets diminished due to their proximity. Perhaps the same is true about this artwork. In the last 3 years that I have had the privilege of working at this Indian mission, I have witnessed several events at this Hussain Foyer in which world leaders, diplomats, and distinguished guests from across the world have participated. I have also witnessed various celebrations which have taken place at this Hussain Foyer. It goes without saying that these murals take a backseat when the focus is on diplomacy, celebration, and day-to-day work. Recognizing its cultural and artistic value, the Government of India has ensured that this magnum opus by M F Husain undergoes the much-needed restoration which is currently underway so that it can be preserved for posterity. I have always felt that this masterpiece by M F Husain would have been a great attraction had it been housed in any museum in New York or in any other metropolis. As you would have realized by now, the permanent mission of India is neither a museum nor open to general public. It is precisely because of these reasons that I thought of documenting this classic so that it does not remain hidden from the admirers of M F Husain and the art lovers in general. So the next time you are in Manhattan and if you get an opportunity to visit the permanent mission of India to the UN, make sure that you stop by to admire one of the masterpieces by M F Husain that truly captures the spirit of modern India.